Have you ever wanted something in your life so badly that the more you focused on it, the further away that thing that you wanted actually seemed? That's one of the paradoxes of manifestation. And today I want to share why detachment is actually the way. It's one of the keys to making your desires real. But first, if you're on your own journey of manifestation and spiritual growth, I want to gift you something that will help. My free guided meditation. Just sign up for my newsletter today. The links are below, and you'll get instant access to one of my popular guided meditations. It's designed to help you align your inner state with the reality that you're creating. And the link again is right below. So now I want to talk for a moment about the difference between detachment and indifference, because they're two very different things. When we talk about detachment, I think a lot of people mistake it for being indifferent or like really not caring. It's true that you want to get to a place of not caring, but let's break that down a little bit because there are some really important nuances here. Detachment doesn't mean that you stop caring. It means that you release that grip on whatever it is that you want to bring into your life in the physical world. Also here, it's important to note the difference between the physical reality and then what we feel emotionally and internally. Part of this too, this is part of the secret, the detachment comes from feeling intensely right now in the present moment. Feeling that you already have everything you desire right now so strongly that leads to detachment in the physical because you really don't care whether it shows up in the 3D world because you're already giving yourself that thing internally. I see so much confusion over these terms. So detachment, being detached from the outcome is one thing, but indifference, we're not talking about not caring and just giving up. So I wanted to first start with the distinction between those two words. So the problem with attachment is that it actually blocks you manifesting what you want. And why is this? It's really simple. Anytime that you're overly attached to an outcome, you're actually sending a message to your subconscious that I don't have it yet. Pick an example from your own life where you've really wanted something so badly, so desperately. What you're doing when you tell yourself that internally, oh, I want that thing, I'll be fulfilled once I have it. You're saying to your subconscious, which doesn't know the difference between past, present, future, that I feel somehow incomplete. And one day, once this thing comes, then I can finally relax. Then the day will finally be here, and then I'll finally be the person that I want. But that also leads to trying to force things and even becoming desperate at times. And that's the opposite of what we want because that actually creates resistance. You're actually creating a gap. Anytime you tell yourself that you don't have what you want, when you remind the subconscious it's not here yet, maybe one day, I'm really attached to this happening, you're creating the space and you're creating the gap between where you are and where you want to be. So now let's come back to this topic of inner fulfillment. I really believe that detachment is only really possible once you begin to feel whole and complete within yourself. I mean, once you're whole and complete and you don't really need anything external, that's when everything external will come to you, as strange and paradoxical as that sounds. When you know deep down that I am enough, I have everything I need, you no longer chase your desires. Sure, you appreciate when things happen in the physical world and things show up. Things happen how you had hoped that they would, but you're no longer chasing your desires from a place of lack. You're coming from a place of power and fulfillment. So you shift from needing something to show up to being, and I've talked about this a lot, this concept of being the thing that you want. And again, from that state, whatever you want to manifest just seems to flow effortlessly. So also think about detachment as a form of faith. True faith is believing without being clinging. It's this inner knowing, it's this inner trusting the universe that everything is going to work out for your highest and greatest good, for your best benefit possible. So detachment is living with the certainty that what you want is already on its way to you. You trust the universe, you trust God, you know it's on its way, even if you don't see it in the 3D physical world yet. And you don't need to micromanage anything because again, you trust the process, and so you're calm and content. So the other thing about detachment is it frees you up to really live in the present moment, right here, right now. So instead of obsessing over things or worrying about when will I get what I want and postponing enjoyment or living until the future, some undefined time in the future, you can live right now and you can be present with your friends, family, loved ones. And it's this act of letting go of the control that really frees you up energetically. Because you remove that pressure and resistance, you let things flow into your life. So now how can you practice this kind of detachment? It's really easy. One thing is just practice gratitude for what's already here. When you come from that place, when that's your starting point, that you're grateful for everything that you have, that's incredibly powerful and it gets us in the right mindset. Then also, whatever you want to bring into your life, whatever you want to manifest, well, just visualize that desire. And even more important than visualizing, feel it as being right here, right now, and then release it. Trust the process, feel that you have it right now, and don't try to micromanage how or when it comes into your life. Just have that trust, that knowing that it's going to show up at the right time. And also remind yourself that it's about the present moment. You know, if you're constantly trying to micromanage everything and so everything's perfect, things are never going to be perfect in this crazy world. So learn to detach a little bit. Yes, know what you want. Feel it internally that you have it, but don't try to micromanage every little thing. Just be in the present and enjoy life. So again, this really brings us back to this central irony that the moment you stop chasing things, your desire starts chasing you. And that's why detachment, it's not weakness. And again, it's also not caring about the outcome, but it's about trusting the process, trusting the universe, and being magnetic. It's the bridge between you wanting something and then actually receiving it. And the more that you trust the process, trust yourself, trust the universe, and the more that you can learn to let go, the more life can actually flow into your life. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.